So this is another Böker Plus knife. This is called the Wasabi in carbon fibre, and it comes in one of their nice magnetic closure boxes. So nice I can't even open it. Inside it comes with some blurb, but also it comes with a Torx key for taking it to bits and cleaning it, which I thought was particularly a nice thing, because normally, you get discouraged from taking these things apart. But not only do they let you take it apart, it's a bit like the Manly Wasps come with 2 Allen keys to take them apart. Now, normally I have my knives open on the table so you can see them, because I'm not very good at opening them on camera. But this one, I just have to do it. This is a front flip, a UK legal front flipper. Now you should be able to flick it open. I can't flick it, but I can open it with one hand. It is a very, very beautiful blade. Let's give it weight. It's a bit of a magnet. You can, if you look on this side, if I can get it. It's a Kinside design. Now this was originally a custom knife that they made a production version of it. And as I say, it's a lovely little slim knife. It's UK legal. It's sub 3 inches, made of carbon fibre, Böker Plus, as I say. It held together by 3 screws, and as I say, you get the Allen key to adjust the pivot which is necessary. I should say, I mean, I know it's nice that they put that thing in there, but bear in mind that this is a flipper, but it's also a friction folder. So if you have it too loose, it'll flick nicely, but you have to be careful. There is a detent to keep it open, but it's very, very light. What really keeps it open is putting your thumb on that jimping and holding it down. That jimping on the back there, holding it down. Then it can't fold. But if you don't keep your thumb on there, there is practically nothing to stop it from folding. It's got a very elegant clip, but it's a good clip. It's got plenty of ramp on it. It opens, it grips well. There's plenty of space within it, and there's not too much showing on top. It's not really a deep clip, but there's not too much showing. What I really like about this one though is the blade. Now, considering this is a budget knife, there's quite a lot of work has gone into that blade, both in the grind but also in the tip. Now, if you look at it from the top, there is a small amount of distal taper as it goes towards the end. But when you get to the tip is treated almost entirely separately. Now, if you have a Japanese tanto or a katana or anything else, you'll find that the tip of the blade is called the boshi. And the boshi is the bit that the sword maker spends the most attention on. It's called the face of the blade. And you'll see here, there's a quite distinct line where the tip begins, and it tapers down towards the point and the edge. So you have almost 2 distinct edges, but this is more a homage to that rather than an absolute copy of it. It's not a tanto. It doesn't have that distinct line, but it does have that kind of shape. But if you look at a lot of traditional tantos as opposed to katanas, you will find that flat grind blades with a boshi like that are quite common. It also has a very slight curve, which is typical of a tanto. Most Japanese tantos tended to have either straight blades or with very little curve in them. They're not the great curved swords of the katana or tachi. Anyway, it's a nice knife. It's got a reasonable length of handle for a sub 3 inch knife. You can actually get your hand around it. There's something to hold on to. You need to be able to get your thumb onto the handle. It's not one of these knives where you can choke up on it and get your hand on the blade because it will just fold. You need to keep your hand back on the back of the tang of the knife there. But it's beautiful when it's open. It's also beautiful when it's closed. The blade almost completely tucks away. Obviously you have to have this little bit sticking out to the top for the flipper so that you can open it. As I say, if you have the motor skills to do it, which I really don't, it does flick, but you do need to have the appropriate motor skills. My hands unfortunately just don't work like that. I'm paralysed unfortunately, but there we are. So there it is. That is the Böker Plus Wasabi in carbon fibre. It's also available in Cocobolo and G10. The G10 is cheaper and the Cocobolo is more expensive.